I want to tell you one story. This was the best meal I've ever had in my life, all right? This happened when I was 11 years old in Chicago, Illinois, where I grew up. And it took place at a little restaurant called the Salt and Pepper Diner, which was a family restaurant in the city. Yes, you know the Salt and Pepper Diner? It's a wonderful family restaurant in Chicago, which means that it caters mainly to teenagers and homeless schizophrenics. Now, I go into this place one day when I'm 11 with my best friend, John. We walk into the Salt and Pepper Diner one day, and they had a jukebox there, all right? And the jukebox was 3 plays for $1. So we put in $7 and selected 21 plays of Tom Jones's What's New Pussycat. And then we ordered and waited. Here's the thing about when What's New Pussycat plays over and over and over and over and over again. The second time it plays, your immediate thought is not, hey, someone's playing What's New Pussycat again. It's, hey, What's New Pussycat is a lot longer than I first thought. And it has like a dip in the middle. You know how some songs have a dip, like Guns N' Roses' November Rain? You're like, hey, November Rain's over. No, it's not. There's more. The third time it plays, you're thinking maybe someone's playing What's New Pussycat again. The fourth time it plays, you're thinking, whoa. Someone just played What's New Pussycat 4 times, or at least someone played it twice, and it's a really long song. So, the 5th time is the kicker. Now, we're watching the entire diner at this point. Most people have gotten wind as to what's going on. And we're staring at this one guy, and he's sitting in his booth, and his hand is shaking while his stupid kids jump around, and he's been onto us since the beginning. And he's staring at his coffee cup like this, and he has this look on his face like he just got his 30-day chip from anger management. And he's staring like this, and the 4th play fades out. It's dead quiet. And then, I don't know if you know this, but the song begins very subtly. Bwah, bwah, what's new, pussycat? And the guy goes, God damn it! And pounds on the table, and silverware flies everywhere, and it was fantastic. But a word about my friend John and what a genius he was. Because when we were first up at the jukebox and we were punching in the What's New Pussycats, all right? I'd punched in about 7. And then John says to me, hey, wait. Before we drop in another What's New Pussycat, let's put in 1, It's Not Unusual. And that is when the afternoon went from good to great. After 7 What's New Pussycats in a row, suddenly, it's not unusual, and the sigh of relief has swept through the diner. Ecstatic. It was like the liberation of France. You know, for years, scientists have wondered, can you make grown men and women weep tears of joy by playing Tom Jones's It's Not Unusual? And the answer is yes, you can. As long as it is preceded by 7 What's New Pussycats. And on the other hand, when we went back, holy shit. It's Not Unusual fades out. It's dead quiet. What's new, pussycat? People went fucking insane. No one could handle it. No one could handle it. And they were surrounded by this, like, seemingly indifferent staff, you know, that was just like, yep, same shit as always. My only wish is that one of the schizophrenics had stood up and been like, now you know. Now you know what it's like to live in my brain. They unplugged the jukebox after 11 plays. And that was the best meal I've ever had.
Wow. What a story. What a story, Mark. That's what he says. That's not it. That's it. Put in the mic. Put in the Lucy. I probably don't need this on here anymore. Wow. This, yeah, I could still use that. What a story. This is a good, go give, go give Mount, Everest some love, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and link the video for you. I just got back from touching grass, so I'm a little tired. I probably should have taken some time to recuperate my energy, but I just had a bowl of ice cream, so hopefully that injects me with something. Wow, 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 wow. Alright, let's get right started. Let's jump into it. Let me pull up all my... Oh, wait, you know what? I forgot the most important piece of this puzzle. Pull that up. It's not too loud, is it? Lower that a bit. Alright. Let's get back. Hello. Can you come up with something for Lucy from Bittersweet Candy Bowl? I don't know what any of this is. Homemade marshmallows, stained candy glass. Uncommon kin food. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh wow, look at this. CBBS. Is this supposed to be BCBS? Very neat design given us to at a con months back by J Channel. Probably it was a years old art trade from DeviantArt days. You get involved in trades, draw the end of the trade, trade. So this is basically what otherwise. Wow. That's great. What a great image. Let's see. Let me put that in the Discord real quick. Also, hello, PK Maxstar. Let's see, is this the official BCB Tumblr? The one and only. Actually, there's another? Oh, yeah, this one. I wish it would show you the date this stuff was uploaded. Oh well. Is Claret pronounced Claret? Claret or Claret? Paolo. I always thought it was Claret. Although Claret could also work. Paolo, yeah. People call him Paolo, Paulo. I think the actual pronunciation of his name is Paulo. Paolo. Yeah. Wow. True Gorm. Fuck you, Sammy. Mia sketches from the November draw stream. Let's see. When I try to go to the website on my phone, it says there is a security certificate risk or something. Don't know if that's on my end or yours. Sorry about this. So a list of things to work over the next couple of days. Finally have something. If it's any console security problems aren't much of a problem at all. Just a misconfiguration thing, and I'm not good at computer. Yeah. Let's see. I love this comic. Have you ever considered coming to Please Come to My Convention? Hey Tim, what's up? Polo, yeah. Oh wow. Oh, this is a GIF. See the eyes do a little bit of a shimmer. Sweet baby Lucy has got that face, her sweet smile. Yeah. This is a nice Lucy. We're gonna go ahead and save that. Wish it saved it as a GIF, but what can you do? If I were ever to become rich, the fifth thing on my list of stuff to do would be to give you guys enough money to have your comics and merchandise in stores, or I'd just buy you a building and you'd have your own store. Do you even know how much money that would be? That would be absurdly expensive, especially if it was in New York City where they live. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I fantasize about having a BCB store. It had this great glass facade on a busy shopping street with beautiful illuminated plastic signage all over and a permanent giant-headed Lucy mascot employed to walk around and looking grumpy. That'd be great. I'd be the permanent giant-headed Lucy mascot. I'd have to go. I'd have to make it the Mecca. To Mecca all the way up there. There, I fixed it. Alright, let me pull up chat again. Let's see. Oh wow, look at Daisy. It's very scraggly. Haven't doodled BCB characters, so I might as well draw my absolute favorite couple. They're an ideal pairing of high intelligence, and I can imagine them using their collective brain powers to make the world a better place. Also, oh dear, Daisy's body type fits her really well, and I like her distinctive look. It really helps to separate her as a character from the others. Look at that curly girly. They're so lovely, and they would make the world a better place without Paulo. Yeah, but Daisy would never allow that. To be fair, you have to have a high intelligence to really appreciate Abby X Daisy. I don't recognize Abby. That's Abby. He's got the big ass ears and the hair tufts. And the chest triangle. I call it the chest triangle. This is little chest fluff. I mean, it's not chest fluff, per se, but it is like the white triangle. Let's see. Okay, so we missed a bunch of pages. Oh, volume 1. Holy shit, this thing's thicker than the Christian Bible. Bittersweet Bible Bowl. I actually think, so I don't have the hardcover version, which I really wish I did because my other books are hardcover. Except for the Omnibus, which I don't think got a hardcover, and the Ask Roseville High, which obviously didn't get a hardcover. I mean, I'm happy with it, but I don't know. I didn't even know it had a hardcover. I wish I didn't know, because it's gonna bother me now. But yeah, I think it is actually thicker than my Bible, or just about the same size, for sure. Bittersweet Bible, yeah, for sure. Do you think everyone would be happy with the planned ending? I don't think everyone will, because a lot of people see themselves and their own relationship in the characters, and therefore their own taste and interest will come into play. It's absolutely true. So, for example, people with tiresome, simplistic tastes in relationships will/won't be sad/happy if Paulo and Lucy do hook up, etc. Soupy is so biased. Yeah, I mean, he's absolutely right. No matter how it ends, not everyone's going to agree with it. People already don't agree with how it's going, let alone how it's gonna end. I think that I think a lot of people are gonna be satisfied. It's really about doing the ending that you want to do first of all, regardless of what other people think, but also doing the ending that makes the most sense, which is also going to be the ending that is the most satisfying. What is that ending for me? Well, you guys know me. I want to see Paulo and Sue hook up, but I think the most satisfying ending is to end it the way that it started, which is with Mike and Lucy finally together after all this time, and Paulo and Daisy finally together. And then whatever else you want to do with all the other characters, put Jasmine and Abby together, so on and so forth. Sure, why not? But I think even after everything, I think it's still possible. I actually might make a video about this, about why Avatar: The Last Airbender has given me hope for this comic. But I think that is the most satisfying way, in general, just from a storytelling perspective, to end it. Or you could have Mike, Lucy, and Sandy all be in a relationship. That'd be pretty cool. Won't happen, but look at that super wide lens Lucy. Not wide lens, but super widescreen Lucy. Can we just stop and think about the evolution of Pablo's hair from 2 spikes to now 4? He made it look fancy for Rachel and never unfancied it. Wait, I didn't even notice this. Hold up. Let's see. Apollo was in a recent page. Oh, it's a side eye. He's giving her the old side eye. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go to the first chapter. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh! They're right! He went from, well, in the original comic when they were still blobs, he only had 2 little hair thingies, but he has 3 at the beginning here. Let's see if that's, okay, he's not in this chapter. Is he in this chapter? I don't think he is. Nope. Yeah, he only has 3. That's crazy. He got 4 hair fluffs now. He's gonna have 5 by the end of the comic. Big bet. Look how big his eyes are. Like, damn, bro. Wow, this is a lot of... Okay, here we go. If someone, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, cosplayed Lucy, would you rather her design have a blonde wig or a light blonde wig? Veronica says light blonde is interesting and is closer to the human Lucy design. Wow. It's a lot of... We might be getting to the era where they stopped answering questions and like reblogging stuff and was mainly just posting pages. Which will be like the end of our adventure. 330 pages in. Will Paulo have hair like Sue's? No, it's just gonna be the 4 little goobers in the front. We're exhausted, and more exhausted than a cat in a nightmare. Oh boy, that hits home. That is like that's still relevant. It just so happens this is still relevant. Oh my gosh, I shut down the thing. The most recent page. It was a wonderful trip. Lovely Christmas with all the people. A terrific time in Japan. Oh, that's why they were just posting pages. They were on vacation. Picarto.tv doesn't work anymore. This chapter is just a daydream Paulo was having. Go back to page 1 if you cannot understand. Wait, what? I think this is a reference to Another Path. Or Another Shoulder. I can't remember. I think it's called Another Path. Where Paulo has this big daydream about if him and Lucy actually went all the way. And they like had a pregnancy scare. But like they like really fell in love with each other over that period of time. This is nice though. I'm going to save this. It's a WebP, but I'm going to save this. Anyway. Blinked? I don't think so. When someone misinterprets Abby's character, yeah, okay. Misinterpret? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I do the same shit. I can't even be mad about it. I mean, not that I would be. Whale. Yeah, Jasmine has a whale, everybody. She's really into the environmentalism. I don't know why she would do this. It's so funny. I won't call it stupid. I think it's adorable. Let's see, in line to buy merchandise before the Kanye event, like if you're Jelly Reblog, if you're proud. Oh my gosh. Boy, that aged poorly. That aged real poorly. I Am God, yeah. The Life of Paulo. I think this is on the Candy Boru. These are some poorly aged memes. Also, shout out to Space Mouse. I'm following them on Tumblr, right? Yeah. Space Mouse is cool. Go give Mousy Mouse some love, guys. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh, this is a big post. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Hopefully you're having a lovely day with the one you love, even if it's treating yourself to some awesome cake you bought, or going to the movies with your spouse, or playing video games with your friend. Love takes so many different forms. Love yourself, love your cat, love your boyfriend, love this comic, and buy things, winky face. And speaking of love, send many birthday messages to Space Mouse, as it's also his birthday. Draw him some Alistair fan art, which, by the way, this is Space Mouse's webcomic. Hasn't updated it in a while, but I mean, there's a lot to go through here. This is a really cool comic, by the way. I highly recommend checking it out. Uh, or if you want to be relevant to the blog, draw some Paulo X Lucy. But no, seriously, draw him some Alistair. He would likely want that way more. But I want to write an especially sappy Valentine's Day message to my wonderful partner Soupy, who I've been together with for 13 years. I'm going to flood this post with really embarrassing drawings circa 2002 to 2004, so be prepared. I used to doodle on MS Paint all the time, and a lot of it included doodling little things to Soupy that he once in a while responded back to. Wow. Oh, look at that! Oh, so based. By the way, this is MS Paint in 2002. Let me show you guys what Teshi was working with here. We're just going to go to the very early MS 2002. Well, I spelled MS Paint wrong. History of MS Paint, interesting. Give me a second, guys. I'm pulling up the image. There you go. Music chills, yeah. Alright, so this is what MS Paint used to look like in 2002. So just keep that in mind. This is what we had to use. Unless you were like working for a movie studio that had access to like early Photoshop, this is what you had. There was no, well, there might have been Adobe at the time, but it's not like it is now with like GIMP and all these different art programs. There were times where he would be helping me with computer troubles because I'm really hopeless, and he would request screenshots so he could lead me through a problem, and I would find that an opportunity to add a little I love yous along the way. Oh my god. Teshi's melting my own heart. Cheers. Maybe a bit older. I was born in 1995, but to be fair, I was born in December of 1995, so, you know, it's a good chance it is older than me. How ancient are these programs? Yeah, what is this? Lexmark scan and copy control program? I've never heard of this. Green Democrat. Even when sending him dumb quizzes we used to take together, Fango me. Yeah, Sunyo. Bittersweet candy ball? Love sucks and online love offers no benefits, so no for me. Wait, is this Proto Paulo? What is this a Sonic? What is this? Now, so cute when you walk. I need to go to the store. Take me. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. We've been through a lot, whether it was the stepping stones of sorting out whether we should do the internet relationship thing or not. I was all for it. Cynical 14 to 15-year-old Soupy grew up thinking internet relationships were silly, super silly, but saw me as the exception once he found out I liked him. Yeah, of course he did. Of course, when someone actually started liking him, he would change his mind on it. I don't know. Actually, it sounds like he had a lot of girlfriends. A lot of online girlfriends at that time, so I can't really say that. Shyly exchanging photos, gushing about our voices, teasing our accents, sending packages and packages of Animu merchandise to one another, him politely listening to me telling him about all the anime and games I watched and played. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was my jam. Dude, this is me and Ashley right here. But even when I was knee-deep in that stuff, I still thought of Soupy all the time, whether it was drawing him as an actual suitcase, oh my god, that's great, or drawing him in a look that was designed by a friend of his at the time. I drew spiky-haired Soupy for the longest time, and switched to drawing him more like himself, past 2005 to 2006, I believe. I think it was when I started drawing diary comics. Oh, bye suitcase. I should make this the villain of Candyverse of Chaos. It was the suitcase was evil all along. But either iteration of my Soupy was lovely. He'd always neutral faced. He was super cute. He always neutral faced. He was cute. Anyway, I'm carrying on. He didn't watch TV nor have cable in Australia, so I introduced him to so many shows. Lupin the Third is one of our fond memories. That's actually one of the anime that I was somewhat interested in watching. I also sent him tapes of Case Close and Trigun and FLCL and even Family Guy, before it was canceled, I would say. I even sent him a tape of The Daily Show. At the time, he didn't know a thing about it, so it's cool I recorded so many things. The power of the VHS. Wow, that's actually amazing. That she recorded it on a VHS and mailed it. That is dedication right there. I have to hand it to her. Our New Jersey versus Sydney time zones blew. During the week, he only had around 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. to talk to me before he'd go to school, which was around 4 p.m. in my time, so I'd be past my curfew by the time he came back from school. We had many short mornings during the beginning of our relationship. His weekend was always a time I looked super forward to, even with the 11 p.m. curfew on my end. We always try to find ways to talk to each other more. Soupy would wake up at 5 a.m. on a school day for a very long time. Eventually, he sent me a laptop and an Arrow, so we could talk on AIM all night due to my internet curfews. He even sent me a phone that could connect to my computer so I could use Skype once it was introduced and became more of a thing. Soupy was an eBay guy back in the day, so he was always getting gadgets and selling them and gathering up money somehow to get me presents. It was amazing. He should have saved it all. We could have bought a mansion. I'm not a thug, right? Then what's behind? Don't ask. Wow. This is actually amazing. This makes me feel inadequate. This makes me feel like I'm not doing enough for Ashley, my sneaky boy. There wasn't a moment I wasn't thinking of him back then. And then we met IRL in late 2005. There was an immediate connection and a knowledge that nothing could break us apart. Soupy even talked about it in the Southern California comic I made. Wow. That's amazing. You know what? This should be better love story than Twilight, better love story than Mike and Lucy. All the other ones, 10 out of 10. I made it. We shared embarrassing moments and loved each other more as a result of it. We found the same peeves and annoyances, and even when we clashed in opinion, we would tease each other in the most lighthearted of ways. Soupy took care of me during some really low points in my life, and despite the whole abandonment issues and awful BPD nonsense that started to surface in my early 20s, I never once truly felt Soupy could ever leave me. I worried and had anxiety about friends hating me and leaving me, most definitely, but there was something special about Soupy that even my torturous brain couldn't manipulate. He helped me through so much and loved me all the same. Wow, look at these emojis. I thought he was crazy to want to be with my crazy ass, but nonetheless, he loves me and I love him, and I want to do my best for him and make him as happy as he makes me. Sugoi, is that a Maya? No, that's like their cat. And now Soupy is someone I can reliably talk to about anything, including the characters I've had since I was 7. I never felt this would be the case. I always thought the BCB characters would be a personal secret of mine forever, but I even remember him being interested when I showed him some drawings in 2006 and sent him some scans of my old drawings. And now we bounce ideas about the plot and what's happening all the time. It's intense to share such a thing with him. He still hasn't read the Magical Girl Lucy series though. Maybe one day I feel he deserves the sobs. Oh, wait, not even he's seen it though. I really hope, by the way, that this is what's on the flash drive. I think that would be so cool. He is my best friend and my manager and my editor and my brainstormer and my teammate and my Aibu, which means partner, and my husband and my lover and my darling honey bunny, and I love you, Soupy. Wow. Too long, didn't read. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone, but especially my Soupy, who I love very much. Also, happy birthday to Space Mouse. Draw him Alistar or Apollo X Lucy. Oh my god. I didn't realize Space Mouse was Apollo X Lucy enjoyer. Interesting. Happy V-Day. Oh, look at the cats! It's old Paulo too. It's the 3-hair Paulo. What a wonderful story. I'm glad I read it. Congratulations, you played yourself. Yeah. Let's see. Hi, Teshi. I just want to let you know how glad I am that Lucy is back. After her missing for so long, the story really felt like it was dragging. I almost dropped my Patreon and BCI and moved on, but I'm glad my patience was rewarded. Thank you. Only that I'm glad Lucy is gone again. Well, I don't think the story was dragging per se. I mean, I could actually see that because the story, right, is Mike and Lucy's relationship. So when you take one half of that out, it just kind of, it comes to a complete halt. But I think a lot of the best I think a lot of the best stories were told during this period because it was kind of forced to go back to being a slice of life comic instead of like the continuous narrative sort of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not less focused on the relationship stuff and more focused on, I mean, it had relationship stuff, but it was more of a variety of things. We saw the characters go to like a park. Paulo got a job. They went to an art museum. They went to a party, which they'd done before, but this party was a little bit more going on. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it's great she's back. I'm happy she's back. Who wouldn't be happy Lucy's back? That would suck if Lucy. That would genuinely be the saddest thing if Lucy never came back. Could you imagine? It's like, where's Mike gonna go from here? He's gonna be stuck with Sandy for the rest of his life. He's gonna be miserable. He needs Lucy. He needs his Lucy white cat waifu. Just on check if you still fix your comic app. I want to, but it's really low priority compared to many other things. Yeah, all of these, please fix the app. Sup, how's BCB doing? It is a thing that is happening. This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come. Let's see, Vero, again, are you gonna update the how do you make the comic section on BSC? Because I'm planning to have an online web comic like you, and I'd like to know what program you use. Oh, yeah. Art programs. I don't have much to say about that, unfortunately. Did you stop answering Ask BCB? It used to update weekly, but because we dropped a certain number in our Patreon, it updates once every 2 weeks like it used to. It's still going though. Sorry about the wait. God, I don't want this to sound like I'm guilting people and all, and being all, this is all your fault, okay? I'm just explaining. I'm honestly thinking Ask BCB over. It's a time pressure on Vero that doesn't really result in a whole lot of marketing value or money. Teshi Diary seems a better bet. Yeah, I get it. Like, running the comic and then the Ask blog on top of it. I mean, it's fun. It was a fun thing, and I liked the book that they did. But yeah, I get it. I get why they stopped doing it. I understand. It sucks because it was more content, but I get it. Oh, look at this. It's like background characters. Whatever happened to these girls? Old school as hell. Man, Mike's Fangirl Squad was the weirdest thing I pulled out from the Secret Magical Girl Lucy comic. Mike got some sorta construction worker job in that comic, even though he was meant to be like 12. And those girls used to sit there watching him work in the weird way that sorta became natural. One in questions, one in exclamations, one in ... Weird. Man, I want to draw them again now. This is wild. Yeah, I didn't even know that was like his fangirl. Like, they show up one time in the comic, I think it's like a cameo. But it really makes me want to see that match. I wonder if it's the I wonder if it's the one that got leaked. I feel like it's not. I feel like the one that got leaked was like more modernish, and the one that she's talking about is still hidden. But I honestly would love to see it. I think she should release it. I really do. I think that should have been one of the Patreon rewards, honestly. Oh, shit. I've literally been reading your comics since I was 8. I am 16 now. I went to a Catholic school. Wow, they've been reading the comic for half their lives. Could you imagine that? I went to comic school, lived with Asian, strict, and more conservative parents, so you guys taught me the word vagina, how to delete browser history, and that high school kids have sex. Congratulations. Seriously, love this comic though. I feel like I grew up with it. Thank you for everything and good luck in all endeavors. You did grow up with it. You were 8. Haha, oh my goodness. I'm sorry that the comic taught you all that stuff when you were super young. I guess it's the kind of thing a lot of people learn eventually anyway. Like, you probably would learn it from some other kid rambling excitedly about learning secret stuff. And I guess it's better to learn in a silly, look at these dumb characters, don't be like them way, rather than by actually making mistakes. Knowledge is power, no teen pregnancy. One of the funner anecdotes Soupy told me was that when he was about 9, some kid, so I can't read today. I have severe dyslexia going on. Some school kid was all, "Did you know a penis goes into a vagina?" And Soupy was all, "Oh, I guess that makes sense, Lamau." Wow. Yeah, kids, elementary schoolers be wild. Despite the crazy content of the comic, I'm always really flattered to hear when people grow up with it and if it has helped them in any way. Thank you so much for the kind words. I hope you're doing well. Glad I helped regarding clearing browser history. Yeah, crazy, right? I'm not even gonna read that. I don't even know if I could have that on YouTube, actually. I might have to censor this one, too. Anyway, fix the app before I pull a Lucy and kill myself. Oh my god. Yeah, me when I pull a Lucy. The Paulo's Daydream? I thought it was Mikey's nightmare slash failed wet dream. Whoa. Could you imagine? I don't have... Almost got me there. It's not like I don't have to imagine it because someone wrote a story like that regarding that specific chapter. Is this another case of never listen to Soupy again? Never listen to Soupy. Since when and why is Lucy suddenly a Deredre Moe? I know what that is. I know what this word is. Ashley showed me this anime called something or another. It's about like this girl who's like a god or something. But one of the characters she calls a moe. I know it. I understood that reference, which is not great. I'm turning into a weeb. Awful. Let's see. Oh wow, look at this cat. Wow, they're still using the cat wiggles, huh? They still use this. Oh, look at that Daisy. Damn, she's thick as fuck. Look at those thighs. Fluffy Nyan. Whoa, look at those chunky legs, yeah. The chunkiest of legs. I like the heart with the fluffy ears. That's a nice touch. Will Paulo and Lucy ever become a thing? I can't tell you that. Oliver, yes. So is that a maybe? Is it a maybe? I mean, I know we know now she's hard rejected him, but still. What if the ending is that they all get together in a relationship? Could you imagine that? That would actually be the best ending. Can I have a gift too for asking another frequently answered question? More Picarto stuff. Do you not like Lucy as a character? I love Lucy as a character. I just hate how people act like when Lucy is not in the comic, that means that the comic isn't going anywhere. As if she's the one and only real character, especially when they say stuff like, I will stop reading the comic if she's not around. That's all. Like I said, people have associated this comic with the Mike and Lucy drama, and that's the thing that drives everything forward. So when you take part of that out, people see the comic as coming to a standstill. And I think the issue is that is because it's how the comic started and how it was set up. So now people have that association, even if that is... I keep hitting the mic, I'm sorry. People now have that association in their mind, even if that's not the intention. Does that make sense? Whoa. Who is this? What? Oh, it's Lily. Bittersweet Stuck? Oh god. I don't know anything about BC or Homestuck, by the way. I am going in blind. I can like look at these characters and be like, oh, I like that design, but oh, freaking Carter's in there. Sandy looks so emo. Look at Sue. Dude, is that Fluttershy? No, that's Tess. I know that was Tess. I knew that. Look at Sue. I like Sue's outfit. Lucy, Witch of Light, Daisy, Slife of Hope, Jasmine, Rogue of Breath. I might have to read... You know what? I feel like, as a citizen of the internet, I have to read Homestuck someday. I know it's very long, but I have a lot of quiet time at work, so I should just sit down and read the entire webcomic so I understand. And I know that there are people that would be like, don't do that. That's an awful idea. Trust me. But I have to do it. I have to do it. It's like a cornerstone of the internet. How could I not do it? Oh, wow. Look at this Paulo. Look at him go. Paulo's finishing his shift up just before the BCB stream, which starts in 3 hours. Yep, Ashley immediately responded. Let's see. Does this make sushi your gem fusion? I don't know what... Oh! Steven Universe. Bear Kidney supports the Confederate flag. Bear Kidney supports the Confederate flag. I don't... What does that got to do with anything? I haven't heard about Bear Kidney in like forever, dude. Didn't his YouTube channel get like taken down or something? All you need to know about Homestuck is that it has megalovania in it. Does it? I feel like there's a lot of cursed references that I get to not laugh at because I haven't read Homestuck. Been watching the new style and I really think it's adorable. They keep reminding me of Disney characters, especially Daisy. Keep up the great work. That's kind of the idea. So long as the characters are animals, I think they should embrace their cartoony, expressive selves. It looks better with every... Oh, sorry. Looks better with every passing page to me. Wow, this always makes me happy. It was a clumsy start where I had to first really exaggerate things a bit, but I think I'm winding down to the ideal I want. And what I feel most comfortable doing. I'm really appreciative of the people that followed that journey with me, and I'll definitely continue. Yeah, I think this style is how the comic is going to end. I don't think we're going to see a change in it. This is the Now, I need you to understand when I say this that I'm not saying it's the best style or it's my favorite. But it is definitely the cleanest, slickest, most modern style that she has. Not necessarily my favorite, but I get why she wants to go with it. I think it's the longest running style too. Technically, this style is part of the new one. So yeah, it's definitely been the longest running for sure. Or close to it. Actually, it's not been running for super long. It feels like it because that's how long I've been reading the comic, but... And I say, fuck the Confederate flag. I hope it burns like the worthless cloth it is, and anyone who disagrees with me is a dumbass inbred. Yeah, I don't know why Bear Kidney likes it so much. I don't know why we're talking about Bear Kidney. Do you guys know BCB outlived the Confederacy? Did you guys know that Abby x Daisy outlived the Confederacy? Not in universe though, but in our universe, I guess, the time it took to get through that. Oh, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the new BCI comic, Another Boyfriend. I'm crying. It makes me so happy. It's perfect. I can't even explain why, but it has always been my perfect ending, and now there's actually a comic about it. And the poly relationship representation makes me so happy too. You can't imagine how much it means to me. So for those of you who don't know this BCI Another Boyfriend is Mike, Lucy, and Paulo are all in a relationship together. But you don't realize it, so you think Lucy's cheating on Mike and Paulo with each other until the end. And then it's like, oh, they're together. I would show it on stream, but I won't. I don't want to spread paid content. It's a rule. It's a rule I have. People don't like the rule that I don't spread paid content, but I don't. Unless... Actually... If it's for commentary and review, I probably could. I would be legally protected, but, you know, I'm not just going to drop the comic. I'm so happy to hear that. I love the pairing. It's so happy. I totally agree about the lack of poly representation. I think it could be so romantic and great if written well and not in an LOL harem fetishy way, even though I'm uber jealous, monogamous, possessive type. It could never work for me, but I can totally understand how it can work for other people and wish all those relationships all the best. I actually had a fic idea. A lot of the fic ideas, like the big ones, I'm not writing right now because I want to get through Candy vs. Chaos first, which is, I know I'm taking forever on it. I swear I'm writing a little bit in it every single day. There aren't too many chapters left of it that I haven't written yet, so just keep that in mind. I think I want to finish the whole story, and then upload all of it, incrementally week by week. But I used to know people, like, so when I was in the furry community, you meet all kinds of people, right? And I used to know people that were in poly relationships. You had people that were married but had boyfriends and girlfriends at the same time. And it's a very everyone has to be on the same page. You can't bring someone new into the poly relationship and like everyone has to agree on it. Basically, you can't just bring someone in because you want to. Everyone has to be okay with the person you're bringing in or the person you're associating with, because like you're all in this together. Like, and certain people will associate with others more than others. Like, with I don't want to go into too much detail in their personal lives, but like you kind of pick things up as you're around it. And they were the nicest people ever. I really miss them, actually. I should try to reach out and see how they're doing. What is your favorite snack? Also, hi, this is a very quiet, very long-standing fan. Oh, wait, I didn't even read... Oh, wait, I did read that. Hey there. I really like smart food pop... I don't think I finished my fanfiction thought, but I have this fanfiction idea about Paulo, Daisy, and Mike getting into a relationship. Okay, that's all I gotta say about it. Hey there, I really like smart food popcorn and more cookies most of all. I seriously need to find a Ecuadorian shop somewhere here. I'm so confident there is at least one of those in New York. I need to get my fill of more cookies again. They're the best. How do you feel about Oremo? I get legit angry at its existence and want nothing to do with it. Incest is shit. Incest shit a shit. Carino a shit. Kill it. I don't know what is this? I wish Ashley was here to explain what this is to me. I guess she's not a fan of Mike X Haley. Oh, it's a novel series. Is constantly until he discovers her secret. What is the plot of Remo? 17, but he's distant relationship with his sister and feels like how her changes when he finds one of her and after she's. I don't know. I don't want to dig too far deep into it because I don't want to see something I don't want to see. And also I'm on stream right now, so I don't want to bring that up. Oreo, yeah, that's actually a nice group pairing with those three. Yeah, Paulo, Daisy, and Mike. I agree. I have some ideas for it, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Hey guys, the About page says Madison's first appearance was Total Recall, but she didn't appear until Golden Hour. Click the link and look closely. Okay, hold up. We're gonna go take a look at this. It's really cool that they show their first appearance, by the way. Oh wow, look at her. She's like hiding in the corner. Damn, bro. That's crazy. Look at her. Man, Madison's so great. I love Madison. Did you guys enjoy Zootopia? I don't know if it's aired in the US yet, probably. And if it's not, what was it? March? Zootopia came out March 4th. So it had not come out yet. If it's not, are you guys excited for it? It's a really nice film, lots of shipping, but I doubt you guys haven't noticed any of that. I actually have Zootopia. It's the last thing on my Blu-ray, or it's the last Blu-ray on my shelf. Got the 3D version of it. I saw this movie in IMAX 3D like twice. After Zootopia came out, Try Everything became the furry theme song. It became the national anthem. Every con you went to that had furries, they would be blasting that song out of their portable speakers. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't expect to dislike it as I'm endlessly disappointed by Disney's output these days, but it breaks the streak by being a pretty solid movie for once that for once aligns Disney's incredible character animation with actually funny gags. I'll talk about my feelings about Zootopia when we get to the end of this. I liked the characters and the world. I think the plot is meandering and gets boring in the middle, and the main emotional beats in the story are executed sloppily with good enough dialogue that doesn't hit hard like it should. Sadly, it's often Nick that suffers here. And I think that the whole thing should have been trimmed down 15 minutes, but geez, this is definitely better than a few Pixar movies I can think of. The writers did a good job. I actually don't disagree. I actually pretty much agree with everything he's saying here. Which is crazy, because usually I don't agree with Suitcase at all. This is one of the first movies in a long time that I genuinely 100% enjoyed. Sort of embarrassing to say it because it coincidentally has animals in it, but that's not the reason I liked it. I swear. Trust me, guys, we're not furry. They are trying so hard to prove that they aren't furries that it just makes it so much more suspicious. It's like, oh yeah, I really enjoyed it, but it's not because it had like furries in it or anything. Like, it's like, why did you have to bring that up? No one really. I didn't mention that, but it's interesting that you say that. It's like when Drake randomly brought up Millie Bobby Brown in his one of his diss tracks, and everyone's like, nobody even mentioned Millie Bobby Brown. What are you talking about, dude? It's kind of weird you would say that. Anyway, there wasn't one joke in the movie. There wasn't one joke that made me cringe considerably, unlike previous animated films. Ugh, Inside Out, ugh, Frozen. Really? I could. Inside Out, yeah. I mean, maybe not every joke in Inside Out works. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I think Inside Out it's pretty good. It's not like golden era Pixar, but it's still pretty good. It's actually one of the few movies where I can see there being room for a sequel, which obviously we're getting that sequel because there's so many more emotions in the human psyche, and like how did those change as you get older? So it makes sense that you could, talk or say more about that world. And Frozen, yeah, I agree about Frozen. And there were jokes that genuinely made me laugh. It was a fun movie, and I liked the weird dynamics of the size of the animals. Honestly, my only real criticism is that I felt the romance was kind of rushed. Judy and Nick go from Nick being annoyed with her and wanting to ditch her ASAP to him telling her about his tragic backstory. But you got to compress it down for a movie. Simmer down, Inuyasha. And Judy having this big heartfelt cry. I just didn't feel convinced about the relationship by that time, so it seemed kind of melodramatic. It was made better because Nick was all you bunnies are so emotional. Wow, pot calling the kettle black, Teshi. Even though I think Teshi is actually kind of aware of her melodramatic relationship stuff, though. But I also feel like the filmmakers are, and they only have like an hour. I think Zootopia is like an hour and 40 minutes. So like they probably know, but you have to make it bombastic. You have to, larger than life, entertain the kids. But otherwise, I can't hate it at all. It was so great. I hope this is a good sign for future movies to come. Hey, here's a hint. This was like one of the last great movies that they released, so it's not going to get any better after this. Sucks to suck, I guess. As far as my opinions on Zootopia, I think the world building is really good. And the voice acting's fun, and the animation is stunning, and it feels like something that it feels bigger than what you're seeing, which is what makes the world building so good. You feel like there's more to explore, and that's great. And they have explored that. They've released the series on Disney Plus. They're making a sequel to Zootopia. Like with Inside Out, this is one of the few movies where I can see them having more room to expand because there was so much of Zootopia we just didn't see. Like, we caught glimpses of it. Like the Sahara, we never saw that. Like, we saw a glimpse of it as Judy goes past on the monorail. Well, it's not a monorail, it's like a train. But that's like the kind of stuff I'd want to explore in a sequel. I think this formula, the second act low point, was really rushed and didn't make sense. As far as Judy and Nick I almost called her Judy and Mike. I'm so BCB brained. But as far as Nick and Judy having their falling out, it was like Judy was completely in the right. Like, she was presenting the facts of the case. She was saying everything the doctors were saying. Technically, like, that's all they knew. Nick was there. Like, I get the idea that maybe she could have phrased it in a better way or not divulged this information, but people were asking her about it. And I know the whole thing was a setup for her to she was basically being manipulated by that one sheep journalist to say all those predatory charge things, I guess, to make everyone mad at each other. But I don't know. It didn't work all the way. And the more I watch it, the more I'm like, I can't really get it. I get what they were going for. It just doesn't work. Uh, but I think it's fun. I haven't seen it in a long time. I should sit down and watch it again. 3D was pretty good too. And IMAX 3D was really nice. I didn't even see that. And I reread the chapter to try and find her. You guys are good at hiding people. Let's see. Abby caused the genocide in Darfur. I'm sorry. But even as a joke. Wait, what? I think this might be a reference to a previous Ask answer. I'm sorry, but even as a joke, that's not an acceptable thing to leave on your front page. Oh. I actually I don't know what that's referring to. But sure, we'll accept. We'll take it at face value. Regardless of anything, I've been frustrated for a while with the treatment of this character being continually pushed aside, denied, and ignored, even when he's mad for very valid reasons. Like, who wouldn't be upset about their partner having feelings for someone else? But a long line of comments like that, including something honestly offensive, just does it for me. Oh wow, they doubled down. Hail for fear her Abby. Fuck Abby, to be honest. Yeah. Heil fear her Abby. Damn, I can't believe they doubled down too. That's crazy. I mean, I'm not. I. Uh. When it comes to comedy, should anything be off the table? I'm gonna say no. I see it the kind of the way that you see with copyright protection law or fair use laws. Fair use laws basically state that you can use copyrighted material so long as you're making enough of an alteration to it. Commentary, review, parody. And so when it comes to comedy, I kind of have a same stance on it where like nothing's off the table. You don't necessarily have to agree with it or be happy about it. But and as terrible as it is, and I'm not advocating for any sort of, jokes about genocide or anything like that. I mean, but I wouldn't want to force people to not be able to make jokes like that, right? Does that make sense? I would want people to be able to say what they want so long as it's not calling violence on anybody. Even if I disagree with it, even if someone said something that I vehemently disagreed with, I would not want them to not be able to say it. I would rather be offended than not than be like, you can't say that. I'm not saying you should be allowed to spew abuse at people. That's obviously not right. But I think in this case specifically, when it comes to comedy, it I don't know. I get why people would be upset about a joke like that, especially if you really liked Abby and you identified with them. But I guess that's just I'm rambling at this point. That's all I got to say about that, though. It is what it is. I'm actually shocked that Suitcase doubled down on it. But there you go. Give me the first gift that you think of. No idea what that is. I may have submitted this already. Tumblr blanked the form, so I can't tell. On your side this time, Soupy. I use an RSS reader with... Oh, yeah. Alright, this is text stuff. Oh, whoa. That wasn't 100% straight. Go you. Oh my god, I'm so gay now. How did I not know? You know what? This is literally how it happened in the comic. This is literally how it happened. He was straight until he wasn't. He was straight until he kissed Abby. What did Teshi mean by this? I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys draw your own conclusions. Back and forth was basically David's fault. Let's see. I do not want to create controversy in the blog, but this question has been on my mind for some time. As people who are born in a different country than USA, what do you think about Donald Trump's racist policies? Can't stump the Trump. I also feel this way about Donald Trump. Oh my god. Jesus. I mean, they're obviously being facetious, but Christ. I don't know. They probably didn't want to get super political. But that brings us up to an hour, guys. Let's see what's on the next. Let's see what's for next time. Okay. All right. I think we have a good. I think the next stream is going to be really good. I'm hoping to get some extra videos out to you guys, or at least one extra one about the comic dub. We have the trailer for the comic dub. Wow. I have a trailer for the comic dub coming up this Friday at 1 p.m. It's trailer 2. It's a really good one. I really like this trailer. I like it way more than the first one. Skibbity David Toilet. Yeah, Skibbity David Toilet. Skibbity David Toilet. Yeah, I can't speak today. Hello, Polis99. Welcome. We're actually wrapping up stream now. We're gonna close things out by watching this, for some reason, unlisted BCB video about Maya being a girl. Ooh, I wonder when this got unlisted. Was this unlisted because Teshi was like, Amaya is they them now? Huh. Oh wow, look at that. I know who that is. She's the best. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up with this video. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you. And keep your eyes to the ground, or keep your ears to the ground this Friday. Awesome new trailer. And yeah, let's do this. Let's skibbity dibbity do this.
And I meet my friend. I'm like, I have to go use the restroom. Someone just thought I was a boy. And she's like, really? I was like, I don't know. And I go to the restroom, and outside is like a woman mopping. And she looks at me. She goes, gentlemen, that way. And I was just like, yeah. And I was like, what is going on? And I was like, maybe I should just use the guy's restroom since everyone thinks I'm a guy. And I was like, no, forget it. I'm going to show this woman what I'm about. Whatever that means. Yeah. I go back because I was just in the corner kind of looking at the wall, questioning life, and I march back up there. She's not in front of the door. I open the door, and she's mopping inside. She goes, gentlemen, out there, and everyone's staring at me, horrified that there's a boy in there. Yeah. And I pull out my visa. I'm like, I am a girl. I have to go pee. Excuse me. And as I approach the stall, this woman who's like applying makeup, she goes, oh, it's because we thought you're a boy because your face, it looks like a boy. Like, yeah, well, I'm pretty aware that you thought my appearance looked like a boy because you guys are all scared. And she goes, and your body looks like a boy.
You're kidding. That's horrible that she said that.
Do you know I'm a girl right